Welcome back everyone to this another video of teaching. It has been a while since I have recorded these teaching videos, but now I'm back. So here is what is going to happen. We are going to run through each and every topic of mathematics to begin with, because I'm going to start with maths and gradually we will move on to other subjects based on time. So all this while, when I was not uploading teaching videos, I was doing some other work. I have uploaded a few travel vlogs. If you like to watch that on my channel, you can check that in the playlist section of my YouTube channel. There is another series of daily vlog that I have started because since I was working full time, I had been neglecting my physical fitness and my health. So daily vlog, I think, is a way to keep you in check. I mean, if I don't upload a daily vlog of working out, it kind of feels bad, and I feel that I've let myself down. So yes, that is one thing that is going on right now. So currently we are going to focus on this chapter, that is area and perimeter. I'm sure a lot of students like this chapter because the questions to this chapter are usually very easy. Usually they are based on formulas. So before getting into the formula part, let us talk a little bit about where does this word perimeter come from. All right. So I'm going to write, so peri in Greek, it means surroundings. All right. And meter, it comes from the word metron. So in Greek it means measurement. So in short, from Greek to Latin and to the contemporary English language that we have as a culmination of Greek, Latin and so on and so forth, in the English language, the word perimeter came to be meant as measurement of the surroundings. So this is grade 6 NCERT that we are going to cover. There are three shapes. All right, let me just switch this screen. Yep. So largely there are three shapes. Let me just we'll just draw them. So there are three shapes. Number one is a square, of course. Number two is a rectangle. Forgive my drawing. And number three is a triangle. So perimeter, if I had to say, imagine you are running, okay? It is your sports time in your school and your sports coach has asked you to make 2, 3, 5, 10 rounds of the sports ground that you have. So how would you know the distance that you will need to run? Exactly. So you measure the boundary. How much will you run? So if the ground is a circle and you're supposed to make, let's say 5 or let's say 5 rounds. Okay. Your sports teacher was generous and he only asked you to run 5 rounds. So if you had to calculate the distance that you would run, you would simply calculate the perimeter. In short, perimeter is the measurement of all the sides. When all the sides are of a shape, be it regular, be it irregular, when all the sides are added, the quantity that you get is the perimeter. We are going to start with square. Okay. Square is a 4-sided polygon. All the sides of square are equal. Meaning if this square, let's say this is 5 centimeter, this will be 5, this will be 5, and this will be 5. all the sides of square have equal measurements. So if I had to calculate perimeter, that is measurement of its surroundings, what would be? I'll simply just add all the sides, that is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. What would that give you? That is 20 centimeter. Now one very important thing that a lot of students, because since they are in 6th grade, they need to begin to comprehend such things, is the unit of perimeter. Unit of the perimeter is in 1 dimension. Okay, meaning there is no square over here. Once when we come to area, I would explain that the unit of area is in 2 dimension. Right now perimeter is in 1 dimension. You can use that as a reference. Let us come to the second shape. Second shape over here is rectangle. Rectangle is another 4-sided polygon. Opposite sides of rectangle are equal. Okay, these 2 sides will be equal in measurement, and these 2 sides will be equal in measurement. Let's say this one is 10 centimeter, so this one is also 10 centimeter. Let's keep this as 5 centimeter and 5 centimeter. So a lot of students have this difficulty of remembering which one is the length, which one is the breadth. So you can memorize it in this way. Length has L. L means the longer side. So length is 10 centimeter, and that the remaining side is the breadth, obviously. So that is 5 centimeter. All right. So the longer side is the length, and the shorter side is the breadth. The third dimension over here, that is width. We will learn that when we get to volume. So right now we are in the perimeter. Again, I go back to my original definition of perimeter. Simply just add all the sides. So how do I get the perimeter? That is 10 plus 10 plus 5 plus 5. So 10 plus 10 gives me 20. 20 plus 10 gives me 30 centimeter. So far so good. All right. If you observe over here, even here the unit is in 1D, that is centimeter, not centimeter square, not centimeter cube. We'll come to it. We'll come to it when we cover the second portion, that is area. And the third shape, I don't think they have, NCERT has included circle in this chapter, but we will focus on these 3 shapes, that is square, rectangle and triangle. Let's come to triangle. Now for triangle there are varieties. I'm sure if you have not learned, let's look at them. Equilateral, isosceles and scalene. I'm not sure if these things are visible to you because there will be camera over here. Fine. Now equilateral triangle has all the 3 sides are equal. Isosceles has any 2 given sides are equal, and scalene has none of the sides are equal. They can be random. So you can find the perimeter of a triangle only if you are given the measurement of the sides. Obviously there can be numericals where you need to manipulate some formulas to calculate the measurement of the sides, but for right now we'll keep it simple. Let's say this triangle is equilateral and all the 3 sides are 3 centimeter. So what would be the perimeter? You simply just add all the 3 sides, that is 3 plus 3 plus 3. What does that give you? 9. All right. Let's say this triangle is isosceles. So this side is 3 centimeter, this given side is 3 centimeter, and this one is, let's say, 5 centimeter. Or this cannot be 5. Let's say this is 7. Okay, you'll learn that Okay, let's say this is 7, this is 3, this is 3. That makes two sides equal, and it is an isosceles triangle. All right. So now, how do you calculate the perimeter? You simply just add all the three sides. 3 plus 3 plus 7, that is 6 plus 7. That gives you 13 centimeter. So now we've calculated the perimeter of an isosceles triangle. Let's come to the scalene one. Okay, let's say this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. Okay, all the four sides are different. So simply, again, the same logic repeats. You simply just add 3 plus 4 plus 5. 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 5, that is 12. So 12 centimeter. I've simply just added. Now the work doesn't end over here. This is simply just the definition and the formula to calculate. Now let's go to the type of questions that they ask. Okay, keep in mind, you're supposed to keep in mind everything that we have learned so far. So the type of questions that they will ask is, number one is fencing. So they'll tell you that there is a farmer who has a farm in the shape of a square, in the shape of a rectangle, and sometimes even in the shape of a triangle. So they'll ask you the cost of fencing. So usually they'll frame the question like this. A farmer has a farm in the shape of a square, with each side being 5 centimeter. Depends on the unit, okay, which each side being 5 centimeters. So all the sides are 5 centimeter, and it costs him around 10 rupees per centimeter to fence. So how much money will the farmer spend on fencing? That could be the question. So what was the first step that you must do is you must calculate what is the total centimeter he would have to fence. So obviously he will fence in the periphery. Okay, there is one more learning over there. Periphery comes from the same root of perimeter. Okay, so what will be the perimeter of this farm that this farmer has? It would be 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That gives you 20 centimeter. So this is the total boundary that this farmer will have to fence. All right. So now we have that for 1 centimeter he will have to spend 10 rupees. So for 20 centimeter, how much? So obviously this is the direct proportion. So you simply just multiply, that is 20 multiplied by 10. That gives you 200 rupees. Now there is one more difficulty, or a layer of difficulty that can be added. That is, they'll give this in meters and they'll keep this in centimeters. Okay, we'll repeat the same question again. Let's say there is a square, there is a field with 50 centimeter. So each side is 50 centimeter. This is the question. And now the rate is rupees 2 per meter. So there is a farmer, he has a farm of a square farm with a side of 50 centimeter. But the rate at which he will fence it is rupees 2 per meter. This is another layer of difficulty. You need not worry. First of all, what are you supposed to do? There are two different approaches over here, and students can take either one of them. All right. Number one is you convert 50 centimeter to meter directly. That is 0.5 meter. If you don't remember, let me just remind you, 1 meter is 100 centimeter. All right. So 0.5 meter, you straight away converted each side. All right. Let me just excuse this. Yep. Now what do you need to do is you simply just add all the sides. 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5 plus 0.5. So 0.5, this is 1, this is 1, so 1 plus 1, 2. So this gives you 2 meters. All right. Now the second approach that usually students take, because I don't know why both of them have equal number of steps, but let's just, I need to keep this in screen. All right. Now what am I going to do is I'll simply just add all the sides while keeping them in centimeters. 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. What does that give you? This is 100, this is 100, so that is 200 centimeter. And now after adding, you convert this into meter. So we follow this relation. If 1 meter, if 100 centimeter is 1 meter, so 200 centimeter is 2 meters. You get similar answers, okay, whichever method you follow. If you're comfortable of converting them first and then adding, you can do that. If you're comfortable by adding all of them and then later on converting the final answer, both of them are correct. As long as you do your calculations properly, there should not be any problem. But our work over here is still not done, okay? So the question was, the rate at which he will be fencing his field will be ₹2 per meter. Okay, so the reason why we converted each and every side from centimeter to meter is because the rate of fencing is given in meter. All right, so now for every meter he will have to pay 2 rupees. So for 1 meter he'll pay 2 rupees. So now for 2 meter he will pay how much? That is ₹4. This is direct proportion. Now same goes for all the shapes, for rectangles and for triangles as well. Now this was the video in which I explained all the facts or all the formulas that you're supposed to keep in mind. In the upcoming video, we'll solve all the questions that are given in the grade 6 NCERT textbook.